What is Women's Day really? Why are we celebrating the women? I just want to know so that we understand why we are celebrating women. Yeah, I am at work in my office, my new office. Trying to understand what Women's Day is all about. I have seen people post pictures of themselves, their friends, their acquaintances, their partners in crime. And I'm like, what exactly is Women's Day all about? Oh, sorry. So, trying to finalize and then go home. But I need to leave my office clean. So, as I'm trying to understand what Women's Day is all about. Yeah, this is my office. And here I do stuff for myself. I don't have to wait for a person in charge. We have someone, we call them parcel pickers. They clean for us. We call them janitors, but I can do anything. I don't need to wait for someone to do stuff for me. That is me. And when I accepted the kind of person I am more at peace. I am feeling much better than yesterday. When you accept defeat, you live longer. Sometimes wanting to win all the time with man, you're going to be in trouble. So after accepting defeat, I'm trying to understand the kind of woman I am. Trying to understand who exactly I am. I know who I am. But when we work with people in life, they tend to want to change you. And if you're not careful, you're going to change for the worst. I decided that no one is going to change the kind of person I am, and no one is going to change the Esther I know. The Esther who loves people, the Esther who stands in the gap on a big level. So, to me, that is Women's Day. Accepting who I am, walking in what God created me to be as a woman, and being able to live a practical lifestyle, to help other women understand that it's okay to be black, it's okay to be white, it's okay to be not to wear a wig, and it's okay to wear a wig if you like it. It's okay to wear makeup. It's okay to wear what you think is comfortable for you. Because all my life I've worked with people who are like, don't do this, do it like this. Like, I don't advocate for such a kind of lifestyle. Yes, you can tell me something, then I have to see if it works for me. I got tired of wearing shoes that are not mine. Because I'm a size 6, that is in the UK. The European size, I'm size 6 of the shoe. I love shoes. As a woman, I love shoes. Every woman loves shoes. But what kind of shoes are you wearing? So I'm a size, in the US I wear a size 8.5. But in UK size I wear 6, which is 40. But in the US, because the US has giants, so we wear big things. But I wear 8.5 in white. So I love the kind of person I am. I've always loved myself, but I've always feared to tell people that I don't want. And I would always be like, because I don't like arguing, I would just accept and try whatever they are saying. But I found out that I was suffocating. I wasn't being true to myself. I wasn't being real to myself. I was just forcing life to make other people happy. So I'm like, you know what? Let me see and try and be me and we see how it works. Many people are scared. They didn't know that I can answer back that when you tell me something I don't like, I tell you I don't like it. I've always had it inside, but I had feared to let it out. So I'm trying to clean my office now before I go home. I believe in, because I'm an engineer by training and by profession. I'm an environmental engineer, and I specialized with environment. I want to specialize in health and safety. At work, like I'm cleaning, if somebody else is coming, I have to put there a sign that this place is what? Is wet. I don't know whether there is let me see if I have one here. So I'm going to use, starting from today, I am using my skills that are the things I learned in school as an environmental engineer, the things I learned in my training as an environmental impact assessor and an auditor. Within industries, I learned different things from different companies that I trained in, and in school. So I'm putting in practice what I studied. So like when I'm cleaning, let me get you something. In the meantime, enjoy my environment. So like when I'm cleaning and there is another person who doesn't know what I'm doing, I have to put, this is a sign that says wet floor or piso majado. This is Spanish, it's in Spanish. Caution, cusiadado. So because we have Hispanics within, because the store has different people from different countries, but we mainly speak English. Here we don't speak French, but the biggest number of giant workers are Hispanics, African American, then Africans, then Black Americans, then Americans, different people from different countries, Costa Rica, Mexico, such places. But mainly in the US, if you want life to be interesting, you want to learn another language like French and Spanish, besides English. So with Africans, we have to adjust to the kind of environment we come into. That's why many immigrants try to force life and try to fit in. But me as a game changer, I refused. I don't fit in an environment that does not welcome my culture. It is me to teach them so that they have to learn who I am, where I come from, and what we do in our culture. I don't need to change my accent. I love the way I speak. I love the fact that I come from the UK. Until you ask me which part of the UK I come from, then I'll tell you I come from Uganda, Kampala, because we are a British protectorate, which is fine. And guess what? The UK influenced the US at one point. So I'll read for you, don't worry. So let's clean and finish. Yeah. So I'm trying to dry up the place. So that my colleagues that come in the morning will find a clean place. So, and it's the same thing at home. If you are a wife or if you're a mother, what you do when you're single is the same thing you're going to do when you're married. Things don't change. There is no logic. There's nothing like, when I get married, I'll clean the house. No, you start when you're still alone, because when you get married, more responsibilities, a man becomes part of your life, and it is your responsibility, mama, your children, your house help or maid, whatever you call them, shamba boy. As a woman, you're supposed to be responsible for your environment. But how do you go about it? You start when you don't have the children and you don't have the man. Organize your house, organize your room. Some of us are engineers and my environment has men all the time. But how do I work with the men and I stay in a woman form, with a woman mind? There's something that says, be a woman but work like a man. Think like a man. be a woman but think like a man. I don't know how they say it. There's some term there that they use. So yeah. Now you're going to go for a walk, and I take this thing back with you. So don't you worry. Let me first picture here. So this is a trash bag. I'm supposed to take my trash. There's someone is supposed to pick up. We call them parcel pickup. They pick up trash. Those are janitors. So being a woman is what? Looking smart, wearing a wig, have long nails. Is that being a woman? Even the men are doing that now. So how are we going to show a difference between a woman with breasts, a woman with a uterus, and a woman without a uterus and breasts who is just generating them? So we are talking about the women that are created like women. I getting up on it. I am a service provider in line with the word of God. I believe and advocate for women because I am a woman who was created as a woman, who has breasts, who has a uterus, who goes in her periods every month. Whereby it is God that created everything. It is not generated by science. Differentiate the two. Thank you, please. So, after cleaning up, we are going to take back this. You're going to go with me. Then we'll come back and continue with our lessons as I wind up at work. Some people think being a woman is being smart and wearing a wig. My dear, being smart and wearing a wig does not put food on the table as a mother. Let me put this in here. We are allowed not to wear our masks now. They lifted the ban, but some of us are sensitive. I am very sensitive to the environment. Like I was cleaning and I was there's something we use here. I've used everything. Like it's a powder. When something pours, we use it to clean the floor. So a customer wanted wine, and I thought about putting it, like I had it inside me that bottle will fall, but I did not bother. Like I kept on saying I'm busy and I was on time, so that I keep up with the time. So when I was done trying to wind up, the bottle shook and it fell off this thing. Let me show you. It fell off this because we put, after shopping for you, those are the shopping bags. It was like that. So the bottle was inside here, and when I was done, I was finalizing, it fell like this and it poured everything down. So I had to clean up. Yeah. So now I have to put this back, then wipe. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe, then I'll take this later back to where it's supposed to be. Let's put our trash here. Yes, so I'm here alone, so I don't need that anymore, I guess. But I'm going to put it at the doorway to let the person coming in or who wants to come in that I'm cleaning up. Okay, now let's turn this back, and we're going to wipe our trolleys. Yes, so I need to leave the place clean for the next person who will come in the morning. Okay, this one I've done the wrong one, so I don't need to be. Now the customers can't use this. This will be trash now. Okay. So, as a woman, besides your education, yes, thank you for going to school, thank you for being an environmental engineer, but how are you putting your environmental engineering into practice? It is raining outside here. Very interesting, my dears. Let me show you. In the morning, there was a lot of sun. As in, we were at 80 degrees. Was it Fahrenheit? I think so. 80 degrees. And now it's raining outside. Let me show you. It is raining outside. So when you come to pick up your stuff, I'll see you from there. You can call, or I can just see you, then I bring your stuff downstairs. Not really downstairs, but outside. So now I'm getting to wipe. You have an office, but all you do, it's good to hire people to do work for you. But if you leave your country and you're not doing your profession, as a woman, how do you survive? This is a young girl who left her country on the 18th of June 2016, and she left her country to go and start a new life elsewhere. And the girl who left the country had done environmental engineering and management, and did a master's in renewable energy. She never graduated because her research wasn't what? Her research was published, but my supervisor never had the time for Esther so that she can finalize with her work in 2014 or 13 to graduate, because I handed in my work when I was sick. So now this is a young girl. She's the firstborn at home. I left Uganda when I was 31. My birthday is always on 1st November, so I left my country when I was 31 years of age. And now I'm 37, which I made it last year on 1st November. So this year I'll be making 38. I left my country when I'm not a married woman. I didn't have when I left, I thought I had someone I would start a life with, but later I found out that my friend didn't feel the same way as I felt. And it was hard, but I accepted it because I had already gone through a heartbreak. But that will be for another time. So, as a young girl, I decided to leave my country because I got an opportunity to come to the US. And in 2010, I have friends who had come to the US, and the husband was like, Esther, because we come from the same church, home church. So they were like, Esther, he called when they were saying bye. I attended church. Why? My mother, when I was joining the university, my mother took me to their home, and she asked them to cancel me before I joined the university. Why was she asking them to cancel me? Because they've already been at the university. One is a doctor, one was a nurse, and the other one was into procurement. So my mother was like, because she had followed their life and she liked the way they lived their life. My mom does that. When she follows someone, the way I do follow people, I recommend people I have followed. But since we are human, along the way people change. I've recommended certain people and they've done wrong things out there, and my friends are like, Esther, you recommended so and so, but they never did their work. But I have people I have recommended, and they've done their work so well, and I will be talking about them, the women. This time around I won't talk about the men, I'll talk about the women. The day we celebrate Father's Day, before that, today is the Labor Day, the 7th of, okay, it's still 7 here, the 7th of March 2022. Australia is celebrating their Labor Day. Let me confirm with the calendar. Yeah, so Australia, I think Western Australia or something like that, they are celebrating their Labor Day on the 7th of March 2022. And tomorrow, it's a World International Women's Day all over the world. So we'll be celebrating the women. But before I go into, okay, back in my country, it's already the 8th. And that day I have a friend whose birthday happens on the 8th. And I'll celebrate him. He's my friend. I'll celebrate him on a big level because he's been a friend. When I make friends on an intimate level. Intimacy does not mean touching or sleeping with someone, because we are intimate with God. I want you to understand the kind of English words you use. I'll teach you about intimacy. God is intimate with us. When you become a friend of God, He becomes intimate with you. So Esther relates with people on an intimate level. I go ahead, men and women. Now I always find those who like me and they want to be more than friends. There are several, but I've tried out only 3 relationships that didn't work, and I accepted it. Why? We were not compatible. It was not meant to be. I know that, and I accepted it, and I love it. But through it all, I learned who I am. There are things I discovered about myself. Why? Because me, when I was growing up through school, I never dated until 2010. And that is when I was already out of the university, because I graduated in 2009. When I was at school, I am a proud person, that one I'll be honest. I am very proud. As in, I'm very picky. Why? Because of the environment I grew up in. I can be around everyone, but if it comes to a personal intimate level, beyond just having you as a friend, as an acquaintance, as a high buddy, and we want to take it to another level of making a decision of working with you for the rest of my life, there are things I look at. I love men who smile. I love men who are smart. I love men who are adding something to me. And I love men who can sit and we talk about an issue. I don't like dictators. That's not my style. The way I was raised, my dad raised us in such a way that we sit and talk about issues. Since when I was a baby. That's why I have a very sharp memory. My dad treated me as an old woman. Even when I was in diapers. Like me, I missed my youth. Where you say that a child plays with everyone. Everyone at home knows me as a silent person. I recently talked to my dad's sister, the one he follows, and she's like, Esther, I don't understand. We talked about it yesterday and we laughed. And there are a few things I discovered. She shared a few things about herself and me. And she's like, for us, we talk a lot, but not you. I've always been a silent girl. I'm the type, I sit with people and you think I'm not there. The only time you know that I'm there is when I'm laughing. Because me, I can laugh and cry and put my legs up. That is me. All the talking you guys are saying came after my deliverance of the Bell's palsy started. And that all started in 2017. But it was a slow process. When I was prayed for in 2016, the talking a lot started. I remember the first day they took me to Baltimore to a man called Jay Bartlett. I'll look for him on the internet and I'll show you the picture of who he is. I'll introduce you to him. He's one man who does deliverance on a bigger level. That is a man that prayed for me. It's on the internet. I'll check my email. He prayed for me. I have friends that have loved me so much. Me, I've been introduced to things that work, and I am the type who loves sharing with people. I have shared everything I own with people. But one thing I have learned as you're growing up, don't allow anyone to take away the good in you. And use your background, use your bad upbringing, use your bad lifestyle, the old lifestyle. Use it as a stepping stone. Don't you ever forget it. Why? You will never grow. Some people are telling others that, yes, wakulira mumbere mbi, but let it go and move on. If you let it go and you move on, you're not going to change. You're going to think that it's obvious. I have used my background. I have used the life I went through to become a better woman every single day. The fact that we used to eat once a day, I have used it to help other people. Because I don't want to see people go through what I went through. The challenge of using your history is when people use it against you. Many have used my history against me and it has turned out to be bad in their eyes. At first, it looked like I am the one who is a loser. But at the end of the day, it has ended in praise. Please, don't you ever forget where you come from. When you forget where you come from, you will never become better. You're going to become a dictator. You're going to become a loser. You're going to become a giant. You want to be a general? Use your poor background to become better. I have stayed with people. I have seen people telling me that, Esther, I don't want to remember the lifestyle I grew up in. Someone said that I remind them of the bad lifestyle they grew up in. I was like, But I used that to become a better person. I have used the fact that we've been eating once a day at home to become better, and I help other people. I have used the fact that we've grown up in a 2-bedroom house to help other people. I know what it means to sleep on someone's couch since I was a little girl, because we had a 2-roomed house, a bedroom and a sitting room, and my parents would host people. My goodness, I know what it feels to be hosted and to host. So I use that to become a better person, to teach others. When I see that you do not know how to do things, my life is a teacher. I love teaching at any time. I use my old lifestyle. I use my bad, you guys call it bad. I use the fact that I ate a lot of corn, ugali. I love ugali with beans. And that is what is healthy. I know people who don't like posh. They don't like ugali. There are people who cannot eat cassava. Let me tell you something. Because of my poor health, the whole of 2019, because that's when I started staying alone, the only food I ate was sweet potatoes and cassava, which we call yuca here. Because my health does not allow me to eat certain things. Like, I am limited. So when I would get someone who's coming back to Uganda, they'll send me OD or peanut paste. That has been my lifestyle. And I'll do in 2020 I did a meal that had mainly vegetables, the Daniel Fast kind of food. And I ate that food because of my bad health. I can eat anything I want at any time. I've went for shopping and I used $200, and everything I was shopping was organic. That is how much I love myself. I can just wake up, get $200, go for shopping. Shopping what? Food. Organic. That is how expensive I can get. Someone young at Esther, so I don't have to ignore. When you ignore what you're going through or what you've been through, you'll never grow. You're going to become stingy. You're going to become a dictator. You're going to become a wiseacre. You're going to become a wannabe. You're going to become a lumamonga. Stop killing me before I forget. I'm supposed to write here. So I'm supposed to write the temperatures of the freezer, and the coolers, as I must after every 2 hours. So because I'm supposed to leave at 8, and it doesn't really change because today we haven't done much. So I'm better off writing it now before I forget, because it won't change that much. Then I'm supposed to wipe down the freezers and the freezer and the cooler. So I decided to, they always tell me that, Esther, you're not practicing your university, as in your parents struggled to pay for you. My dad stopped paying school fees when I was in S3. That was 2000. That is when he fell sick completely. But he had started falling sick in 2000. But he was going to work. 2002, he was working. And in 2002, he was 37, as I told. So 2003, he was 36 years of age. Choka Esther. Now, no, sorry, was 38. 2003, he was 38. So in 2023, I'll be 38. So how old am I? What's the age difference between me and my dad? So I am 60, my dad is 65 now and I am 37. So when we do the math, that would be 65. I love mathematics. I hate using my head sometimes. It works a lot and I get tired. So 37, that's 2 or 5. So I am 12 years younger than my dad. Is it true? Esther, I'm 22 years younger than my dad. And with my mom, that is if you gave birth at 21. my mom gave birth to me at 21. Her birthday had passed, which is 10 October. And my dad's age, they gave birth to me when my dad is 28. But married at 27. So I am 21 years younger than my mom, and I'm 22 years younger than my father. About the shoe size, actually, the shoe was tight. You remember I talked about how I had a friend who loved me so much and told me that, Esther, when I marry you, you can't wear men's shoes. Then I told a friend that when you buy the ladies' shoes, I'll wear them. So because he had seen me with that shoe. Now that shoe was tight on my dad. And Esther has a wide foot. I can wear in a shoe, then he can wear it. We almost wear the same size. But now if I'm buying him a shoe, I buy the same shoe as I wear, but in a men's size. So my dad wears an 8.5 wide because I wear 8.5. And that shoe, when I buy it, it fits my father. But in the UK size, he has to wear 41 as a man, or 40 as a man, but wide. You get to the point? Yes. Now my mother will wear the same shoe also, but narrow. My wide shoe cannot fit her. It has to be narrow for it to fit her. Isn't that amazing? Okay, what were we going to do? Do you wear with your children clothes? But unfortunately, Esther Solome. And guess what? Even the size of the bra I wear, my mother can buy me a bra. My auntie in the UK, she's the only person in my life that makes clothes for us when she has not measured us and they fit us. I'm not talent. You're not talent. So I will celebrate her on a bigger level. I'm going to celebrate all the women in my life. Today I'm not celebrating the men, my friends. I'm celebrating all the women I've met that have impacted me on a big level. Today is not for me to celebrate myself. Today I'm celebrating all the girls. They write girls to write our children. Then on Men's Day, on Men's Day, I'll celebrate myself as a woman of valor. Stronger woman. So this time round, I'm celebrating all the women in my life that have did it. Mama, I just want you to know, loving you is like food to my soul. Let me get my other phone and I sing for you, my mother. My mother is a strong woman. I have seen strong women, but my mother comes first. She's very strong. But there are stronger women, stronger than her, who are above her age. And there are some who are younger than her, and they are strong. I have seen women do stuff. Me, I accept it. Yeah, but sing out. If you are going to but one day I sing, I come go and turn that on black. Atanaita yatenda nyino kufumba kati mwaba wana evya mweri apana oyo bamita self-insurance oliyo we wana nedda mkwano. That is a selfish move. Okay, tuve nja kunyigira bya bodede. Mama, I just want you to know, oh, loving you is like food to my soul. Oh, better is one day in your course. Have I finished wiping stuff? Oh, let me wipe stuff. I'm left. It's raining outside. Hope I can have someone to take me home. Or someone has my charger, so they'll drop me home. I'll request them to take me home. Mama, I just want you to know, loving you is like food to my soul. I celebrate my mother every day. I don't need to celebrate her today. She's a woman of water. It's that very command. Hey, Nikki Bella brings wrestling to America Got Talent Extreme 2022. I'll share it with you. Don't you worry. Let me share it now. And you see the woman of water I'm talking about now. On Alessia Chitumbo, Alessia Wrestling, America's Got Talent. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Right now my temperature is 19 degrees Celsius in Arlen, 26 degrees stroke 16 degrees. 60% rain today. It's mostly cloudy, so outside it is raining. Now in Nabala's what come into Jokfuna yo muzira. Manya to Jokfuna yo storm weather. It answers your stormage, don't wanna. Judith Light isn't all that concerned about ageism in Hollywood. It's just part of the business. Why not? Steve Harvey agonizes over daughter Leo and Michael B. Nadia Batson, Nancy Patrice Roberts. Hey, look, Jane Fish. My internet is being funny on my phone, so we can't do much. Mama, I just want you to know, loving you is like food to my soul. Mamuhita, yes. You're telling me you're connected, but you're not connected. I will say, letting me modify. Yes, you're excellent and everything, but why is it that? Okay. When I do manual, it doesn't work like that now. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, we were still talking. Yeah, the kind of woman you want your daughter to be like. I accepted to share my life experience as a woman. I am not a woman, I am a girl. There's a difference between a woman, a girl, and a wife. The word woman means a lot of things. It's woman. It comes from, it is man first, then it becomes woman. Woman came from man. They just added the woman. W-O. Woman. Woman. Do you know what woo means? It can be winner over man. No wonder. Because it is winner of man. And you want to come side, yeah. Yes. That is why some girls, when they get married, they become so protective of their men. When you find a woman that is very protective of their man, they don't trust their man. A woman who trusts her man does not check his phone. If a woman trusts her man, she's not bothered. he talks to. And a man who's responsible will always tell his wife how his day was, who he met. That is, if that man trusts his wife or woman, whatever you call it. But women who don't trust their men, they are always poking. Woman, know the kind of man you got married to before you become a disaster in society. When my dad was leaving home to go to work, because my mom has always been a stay-at-home mother, he would tell her in the morning, after greeting her and he's leaving, he would say, I'll go and see my mother, or I'll go and visit so-and-so, or I'll go to church. I will not come back. My dad would say everything. Do you think he was just reporting himself? No. When you are responsible for your actions and you don't make other people pay for your own mistakes, and you have someone you love in your life, you have to have what we call accountability. I will teach you as a topic, accountability. Accountability works for your friends, your siblings, at work, everything. Stop living a life of I don't care. How I run my life affects everyone that loves me. How I run my life affects Uganda on a big level. That one I know, as in I've known it for life. I just decided to share my personal life with you. How I run my life affects Uganda on a big level. How I run my life affects the nations on a big level. Why? I am a watchman. I watch and pray. The Lord took over my life. It is no longer mine. My life is not my own. To you I belong. Are you like me? Why not? If you like me, you cannot live a life of I don't care. I, Esther Solome, I don't wear anything I find. The way God tempts me, when I wear very short things, my skin itches. When I wear sleeveless and I'm outside, I feel cold all the time. And lately the doctor said I'm anemic, and I'm like, what? What are you saying? You're not blood enough. They said my white blood cells, the count is very low. But guess what? I am alive. They checked everything. My organs are safe. Everything is okay. The only problem they saw was my white blood cells, the count is low. That makes me anemic. And I'm like, are you sure? My mother wanted to be a doctor, but she never got that opportunity to become a doctor because of her background, how she was brought up. But that did not stop her for wishing us to be that. She wished her other children that she babysat, and every house where she babysat a child, she gave her name to some of the babies. She's called Grace. But every house that she gave that name to, the children have the nurse or the doctor part in them, even if they didn't do medicine. They are like that. They care a lot, like my mother does. Do you have friends like that one? Where they impact your children? I, Esther Solome, have impacted my friends' children. Their children have an element that looks like mine. Do you influence your friends' children the way I do? That is why I stay away from rumor mongering on a big level. That is why I stay away from accusing other people and making other people pay for my mistakes. Why? My life is a practical lifestyle, and I influence nations, I influence humanity, and I influence the environment on a big level. So if you like me, please join the club and we celebrate. I am celebrating all the women who are like me. Then I'm celebrating all the women that have impacted me positively. I have those who have impacted me negatively and they've helped me to get to the level of a general I am. Esther Solome has impacted people on a positive and negative level. But how do I... My responsibility is how do I handle, or what is my responsibility? The consequences of my negative and positive impact is my responsibility. So if I've influenced you in a negative and positive way, how do I handle the after effects? That is Esther. If I make a mistake, I always apologize as a must. That has been my thing. Why? I fear being shouted at. I fear being caned or spanked since I was a child. So when I was growing up, I grew up my life as if I don't make mistakes. Why? I fear being shouted at. I fear being confronted. So whenever I would make a mistake, I apologize. I apologize to my siblings. I apologize to my mother, my father, my friends, even at work. But now lately at work, they told me, my health is not important. It's about business. So when I come to work, I leave my bad health at the door and I enter with a life with Esther, who is not sick. Even when I lose people, I don't cry at work. I don't enter with my problems. I leave them at the door. I have lost people since 2020 March. And I have been crying up to January. February, when February started, I was given a level at work. And the Lord reminded me, the two men who told me, Esther, learn to roll with the punches. And remember, my father was a boxer. So every punch you bring, I just roll over. That is how I manage the negativity I've gotten from all the women around the world. I apologize. And one after it has worked. Ngaba njakala tinokola nnyo emirimu. Tebamanyi nti nabawadde eddagala n'ekikolo. Balinye mu gundi yange, mu promotion yange, ne bagirinya ne bagitwala ne basala hours zange. Everyone has 40 hours. Esther has 35. Balinye mu hours zange ne balinya mu promotion yange ne bagiryawo. Kati wano mweno department wembanga siri bize kati nga lero system ebadde down nkozeyo order emyoka ne basalawo ne bantwala eri ewanyogo gambu nno mpanga amata bwe baagala ne bantwala mu produce mpanga e banana ku Saturday ne banzisaayo ejje banzijja nga bayomba ne ngende eyo ku Sunday ne bagijjako ne bagamba tewaliwo ssente kusasula abakozi kati ne basala hours zaffe naye zange ziri 35 abalala balina 40. Kati ekirala mukama wange omunene wano bw'aba yagala mukolera ekintu takyasobola kunsaba ayita mu balala bansabe alina emyaka mika yawozesa 38. Kati kubanga namulazeeko nange namulagiddeko bwerere ne mugamba bw'aba yagala omukolera ebintu ajje direct talina kumforcinga kola kyesagala kubanga bwe nagenda mu rules and regulations of store bajja kumugoba because ampisanga nga slave. Yagamba mbuno olunaku lwange lwa off aluzanyisanga bwalwagala nagamba siri permanent work. Abasigadde bakola olunaku lwabwe lwa off luli fixed ne be nasooka okukola mu giant n'abaakajja tebanaweza na 6 months. Kati wobeera gwe mwana tokolotya Esther nze designing. Are you sure? Are you living now there? It's raining outside. Can you give me like 10 minutes? Yes or no? Thank you. I am done. So my ride is here. Mbalabye kunyo mwana tu bange nkube nyabeera. Atoyo oyo wagamba nti fuluma toyo towoza. Asino soko okugala kuki. So okay, I did everything. Yes, I did. The drawers are locked. You might want to leave me because I've trashed it. Why calling young? Is there a city to jacket ebaga zange mu trolley. Oops. Charger. Okay. My charger here. Put this pen upstairs. That is stay there. Sorry. Control Alt Delete. Okay. Wow. Yes. Log off. Yes. Close. Okay. This no one will log on. What do I want? Nange mbalabyeko nnyo nja kuddamu mbalabeko eddekiro tusabeko ffenna yokka neetegeke ku mata amanyumize omukyala omuzira bw'abeera banatu ngenda kucelebratinga buli mukyala mu bulamu bwange bwenna bensisinkanye mu bulamu bwange kubanga bakoze omulimu gwa ttendo mwanatu. Waliwo abanjigiriza okwambala n'embeera so simaati, waliwo abanjigiriza okusirika, waliwo bagogeetazi bange eyo. Kati enkya World International Women's Day. Daylight saving begins on the 13th of March. Nga same yingirawo nga good watch. Yeah, kama wange Yesu. Okay. Nja kunsonyiwamu mwana tukamba siibule. Sobole okutwalayo ebisaaniiko bino. Oh, I had forgotten something. I'll clean it tomorrow. Thank God I remembered. Is the heater on or off? It's off. Oh. Okay, that is off. Everything is off. Oh no. Oh. Thank God I remembered. $771.93 or 3 or 7 tick tick tick. My report. NA 08 time clock PM signature. Signing anga go bagendo was sent as usual. Namsabye how many minutes natera kuggwako. No hot orders today. Okay. Closing reports. Check. I delayed. I would have done this already, but it's okay. I have did it. So whoever will come in tomorrow will check me out and I'll be good. Oh, my seat. Everything is done properly. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm checking this and I'll be back. Yeah, so as a woman, when you're leaving work, what do? Do they do everything for you? I love doing stuff for myself because there is a particular way I like my stuff. And that's why sometimes I hate asking people to do stuff for me, because I like certain things a particular way. But in 2010, I met a friend. He's a pastor. Pastor Eli Kironde. He's in Eli Mwesigwa. He's in the UK. So let me show you something. So that's our trash area. They'll open up that place and put our trash. Now, I did environmental engineering. All that is supposed to be included. So this is a barrel for paper. We recycle our paper. Yes. This is how the system looks like, and everything has to be systematic. Okay. So let me show you something. So lero bangambye nkole eyo wanyogoga. Wabera juice. Juicy. Kakaimba mkama juicy. Ben, let's go. I'm going to punch out. Find you at the door. Juicy. Ati wano we najje kalya akantu kaffe so tukazayo wano. After using it, you put it back here. Yo. You see? Kati eyo gye bangoba mulabye yo wali ennyama. Delicious Save Deli. Ati eno wali ebintu byaffe. Kati olaba ng'oyagala okugulira abakyala ebimuli. Awo ogenda. Kati mwabanyi b'endiba we mutyo. Ewa ntubeerawo ne balloons za birthday nga tukolera ng'oba wa ttabu. Okay. Kati yagala okungulira kaada. Ojja wano ng'ogulira kaadi. Kitebi ekintu ekyo. But do you have cards for Women's Day? Unfortunately, we don't. I don't see any. Interesting. This time round, we don't have any cards for Women's Day. Interesting.
This is giant. This is the small store. That's why.
They normally have.
Oh yeah.
This is St. Patrick's Day. What is that all about, Ben? Okay, guys, let me say bye. See you later. At systems of a West was call out in a self checkout. Have a good night.
Oh, will you leave?
Yes, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Good night. Let me put this here. The basket.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Oh God, my old bag. I love my bag with a passion. But I'm going to replace it very soon. Banat. Ewafe we batu webafaanana. Eggulu lya bulungi. Bye.